In a world scarred by forgotten wars, humanity clings to life in the shadows, deep beneath the fractured crust of the Earth. The surface is a graveyard of empires, a silent testament to a cataclysmic past. Desperate for a new energy source to power their subterranean cities, the last survivors drill deeper than ever before. But instead of salvation, they find damnation. They awaken a god. A pulse of raw, unimaginable energy erupts from the planet's core, shaking continents and boiling seas. Godzilla Earth, the largest and most destructive creature to ever walk the planet, has risen from his slumber. His roar is a declaration of extinction. As the colossal beast lumbers towards the final bastion of humanity, a tremor of a different kind ripples through the survivors. It's not one of fear, but of desperate, ancient power. The last Eldians, keepers of a bloodline stretching back millennia, perform a final, forbidden ritual. They call out to their long-lost savior, their devil, their hope, and he answers. A cataclysm of light and bone erupts from the earth. The sky itself seems to tear open as Eren Yeager, in the full, terrifying glory of his founding Titan form, returns. Godzilla Earth, a walking mountain of atomic fury, turns his gaze from the doomed city below. Before him stands a being of impossible scale, a colossal, skeletal titan, its ribcage forming a cathedral of bone, held together by glowing, ethereal tendrils. Eren's scream of pure, unrestrained willpower shakes the heavens, a challenge to the king of the monsters. The two titans lock eyes across a desolate landscape. The very ground cracks and splits beneath their immense weight as they begin their slow, deliberate march toward one another. The final battle for the fate of the Earth has begun. There are no heroes here, only monsters. The clash is instantaneous and apocalyptic. Eren, a blur of skeletal motion despite his size, charges forward. His massive, bony limbs regenerate the moment they're damaged, weaving back together with threads of golden light. He's less a physical being and more a living concept of destruction, but he's facing a force of nature. Godzilla Earth opens his maw, and a concentrated beam of pure atomic heat, blazing hotter than the sun's core, erupts forth. It slices through the air, instantly evaporating the entire left side of Eren's colossal ribcage. The skeletal structure vanishes into superheated steam. For a moment, it seems Eren is utterly outmatched. But the founder is not just one titan, he is all titans. With a silent command that echoes across time and space, Eren unleashes his ultimate weapon, the rumbling. The ground trembles violently as hundreds upon hundreds of colossal titans burst from the earth, their blank, steaming faces all turned towards Godzilla. They march forward, a wave of pure, city-crushing force intent on stomping the king of monsters into dust. But Godzilla is a force of planetary physics. He doesn't even flinch. He unleashes a low, guttural roar that warps the air itself, emitting a massive electromagnetic pulse wave. The wave radiates outward, and the advancing colossal titans don't just fall, they melt. Their skin, muscle, and bone dissolve like wax, turning into rivers of steaming, fleshy lava that pool around Godzilla's feet. The humans watching from their underground bunkers can only stare in horror. Their god, their last hope, is being systematically erased. Eren feels the annihilation of his titans, but he doesn't feel despair. He feels everything. The founding Titan's power isn't just about creating titans. It's about connecting to every Eldian, every memory, across every timeline. As Godzilla's energy tears him apart, Eren's consciousness expands, transcending the present. He reaches back, not just through his own history, but through the history of all Titan shifters, pulling their power, their very essence, into the present. The battlefield warps as new, impossible figures begin to form from the dust and rubble. Suddenly, a blur of hardened, white plating slants into Godzilla's side. It's Reiner's armored titan, larger and more powerful than ever before, charging with the force of a locomotive. Before Godzilla can react, the ground around him erupts into a forest of crystalline spikes and massive, hardened hammers, the power of the Warhammer Titan, wielded on a continental scale. Then the sky darkens. Zeke's Beast Titan, magnified to a terrifying size, appears on a distant mountain range. With a mighty roar, it begins hurling giant chunks of rock, each the size of a skyscraper, like a volley of meteors. The barrage is relentless. Godzilla Earth is battered, hammered, and buried. The armored Titan's charge throws him off balance, the Warhammer's constructs pin him down, and the Beast Titan's meteors rain down, collapsing entire mountain ranges on top of him. The Monster King is overwhelmed, disappearing under a new, man-made mountain of rock and earth. A moment of silence falls. Did he do it? But then, the mountain begins to glow a hellish, burning red. With a cataclysmic explosion that vaporizes the entire mountain range, Godzilla bursts free. His body is no longer green, but a glowing, incandescent crimson. He has activated his ultimate survival mechanism, planetary regeneration, burning through his own energy reserves to become a walking nuclear reactor. His skin sizzles and the air around him shimmers with intense heat. He is done playing. He slowly arches his back, his dorsal fins glowing with an intensity that threatens to shatter the sky itself. He is gathering energy not just from his core, but from the planet itself, preparing a final planet-buster heat ray capable of wiping the world clean. Faced with total annihilation, Eren makes a final, desperate gamble. He lets go of his physical form, surrendering completely to the power of the paths. His skeletal body dissolves, not into dust, but into pure light. He transforms, the sky above is ripped open, revealing the glowing, ethereal tree of the paths itself, and from it descends Eren's true form, the complete Paths Titan, a being of pure energy, a massive, glowing skeleton composed of thousands upon thousands of shimmering tendrils, each one a connection to an alien soul. It's a god made of memories and will. As Godzilla unleashes his world-ending beam, the Paths Titan moves. It doesn't dodge, it simply exists where the beam is not. In an instant, it's upon Godzilla, its countless tendrils wrapping around the Monster King's massive form. With unimaginable strength, Eren's new form grapples Godzilla's jaw, forcing it open. He then channels the collected power of every Eldian soul that has ever lived their pain, their anger, their love, their hope directly into Godzilla's core. It's not an attack, it's an overload of pure, conceptual energy. The world turns white. A silent shockwave engulfs the entire planet, and then nothing. The light fades, silence reigns. Where the two gods once stood, there is now a new, unnatural mountain. Godzilla Earth, the unstoppable force of nature, has been turned to stone, a permanent, silent monument to his own destructive power. As the last of the ethereal light fades, Eren's Titan body, its purpose fulfilled, crumbles into fine, white sand, which is carried away by the wind. The underground bunkers are intact. Humanity has survived, granted a new dawn on a scarred but quiet Earth. For now, but as the survivors begin to dare to hope, a new voice whispers from the empty sky, heard by every living soul on the planet. This world was saved, but another is falling next. The battle is over. But the war has just begun. Thank you so much for watching this epic showdown. If you enjoyed this clash of titans and want to see what happens next in this crazy universe, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let me know in the comments who you want to see fight next. Until then, stay epic.